Yeah, it's Lido theme song, though it wasn't actually a theme song written for you, as you told me
That's
6
true.
years ago now.
Yeah, Boss Gags didn't write it just for the Lido, honest.
I thought maybe that had been the case, but you corrected me very quickly. Brian from the Lido's here, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, Em and I talked about that last week, actually, that, you know, how that all came about, and the Lido and the Luna, and we went through, you know, the new person to Fort St. John.
Yeah, right. I mean, there are lots of people coming and going all the time in this town. They got to hear about the Lido at some point. That's part of your sort of welcome package to town, right?
That's right. What is there to do? Mm-hmm. There's lots to do in Fort St. John, and we're just one of the many locations to do things in. So, yeah.
And have been since
1957.
57? I was close-ish.
Yes. You know, it's funny, even the name, how it came about. You know, it's actually not the Lido Theater. It's actually the Carlsonia Theater.
Oh, okay.
Which was built by Mr. Carlson, originally had a theater in Dawson Creek, and he would travel to Fort St. John, and he'd bring his little projector, and he'd show movies in the old Quonset. Mm-hmm. And then Clem Brooks and a few other business people in Fort St. John ended up buying Carlsonia Theater and building this new state-of-the-art movie theater in 1957, and there she sits to this day.
Was the old spot, was this old place that they bought on the same spot as the Lido? Did they knock it down? Okay.
No, it was actually beside the Blueberry. There's the brick building there. There used to be a Quonset that sat there.
Oh, okay. So kind of across the street, basically,
Yeah,
right?
across the street and down the way just slightly, yep.
There you go.
A few doors down from the Condale Hotel. Mm-hmm. And it's actually... my understanding that the old share shed at the city dump is actually when they took it down, they dismantled it and then put it back together again out at the dump for the share shed.
Oh.
And that was the original movie theater.
Interesting.
So, yeah, I got some really cool old stuff.
Wow.
I got some projectors that were in the building that are probably 80 years old plus.
No kidding.
You know, and then all the regular stuff that they had, because it was an operatable theater when we first bought it in 2007. And so what do you do with all that stuff? You know, so some of it's on display, some of it's in storage. It really should probably go to the museum, but they had said they already had a display of the Lido Theater there. So, but it's cool. People have sent me over the years. They've sent me little pictures of the theater, or they used to hand out these little cards every week, and you'd see what was up and coming, and it's kind of cool.
Yeah,
it's been 20 years or 19 years of fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
And discovery. Yeah,
and I mean, you go in the Lido, and you've got posters on the wall from a lot
2007.
A lot of, if not all of the performers and sort of events you've had at the Lido, haven't you?
Yeah, everything from fundraisers to tributes to, you know, the real call it the real act. I mean, every musician is a real musician. Whether you know, Hootie and the Blowfish is now Darius Rucker. Mm-hmm. You know, fantastic band. Doug and the Slugs. Well, Doug's no longer with us, but the Slugs carry on. You know, and tributes. Nazareth is another good example. They played at the Lido. You know, April Wine. We've had some real classic 80s bands. Just a little bit of everything. Mm-hmm. You know, we've had some great acts like Pauly Shore. You know, back in the 80s, he was the Wheeze.
Yeah,
he was the one you didn't want your daughter to date. You know, but it's been fun. You know, and bring Emma up to date on what the Lido is all about. She goes, I've never been in there, and of course I didn't know that she had just moved from Edmonton. So
there you go.
We got to know each other.
When Pauly Shore came and you first met him, was he like, "How you doing, buddy?"
Yeah,
that's,
you know,
my Pauly Shore reference for the day.
He's so distinguishable.
Yeah,
you know, just his whole face and his little tired-looking eyes and stuff. But he's an example of growing up in an environment of stars and, you know, that kind of thing. I mean, he grew up on the laps of all the up-and-coming comedians, some of the best in the business.
Absolutely.
You know, and he was going along the same time as Happy Gilmore. Mm-hmm. You know, mm-hmm. Adam Sandler and him were about the same age, same time, doing the same thing. And Adam Sandler, obviously, I don't know if you've seen Happy Gilmore 2, but...
Haven't yet, but I plan to.
You know what? It is... a lot of times you think, it's just he's capitalizing on one, like they do with a lot of the satires or the continuing movies and stuff. But It's worthy. It's worthy of watching. It's kind of funny, and it's really interesting how he reaches back to some of the things that happen in one as relatable to what he's doing now, and some of the golfers. Like he just had everybody in this movie, and I'm thinking, wow.
Well, Sandler's really unique too, because now we're getting real off topic. But like you talk about Pauly Shore, I remember, and I was a kid at the time, but he had a string of movies. It felt like every year he had it. In the Army now, Encino Man, all these movies coming out, and then he kind of disappeared.
Fizzled,
right?
Yeah.
Sandler has been putting out movies every year or two for 25 something years now.
What's the importance of staying relevant, right?
Yeah,
and just thinking forward in that, and it's just maybe one wanted it more. Why do some people who are really talented hockey players make the NHL and others don't? It's just
a number of reasons for.
Yes,
but you certainly have to want it.
And then some we ask, like, why did they make the NHL?
Yeah, you're like, why?
Maybe we should trade that guy.
Why is this guy? Why is Mark Wahlberg one of the biggest stars in Hollywood? You ask yourself. Just as an example,
question. Yeah.
I'm not saying I question why Mark Wahlberg is a star, because I do, but I'm not saying.
Actually, you did. You said. I was here. I heard
anyway,
it live.
What's happening? He's going to find me now.
He's going to find you.
Be like, hey, guys, what's going on here? Okay. Now I've done a Mark Wahlberg impression for you. What's coming up at the Lido, Brian?
Christine Sutherland's. That's a great intro. August 7th, which is tomorrow.
Yeah.
We are doing the premiere of Dream Big. Christine's been working on this for years now, really.
Yeah.
Along with Bo Hedges, local guy. It's a story of rising up. When something bad happens, you can lay down and go, oh, poor me. Or, Bo never did that.
Nope.
He just literally got saddled up, and he just became, he just continued his life that way, and he went on to do some great things.
Absolutely. One of Canada's best elite athletes, right?
Yes, absolutely. And, he's won gold for Canada. As the and even the captain of the wheelchair basketball team for Canada. I mean, we don't have that many people in Canada, but certainly not like the United States, that kind of thing. But I mean, he's elevated, spoken our name of Fort St. John, wherever he's been in the world, and he's a real good advocate of everything we have here in the North, and I think Christine managed to capture the essence of what she's trying to portray, or what his story is about. Mm-hmm. It's a wonderful documentary, and she's just a wonderful little human.
Yeah,
and she is little, and it's so good to see how excited and the fire in her eyes that she just wants everybody to see what she's done, what she's accomplished. And she is a masseuse by trade, I believe, and she's gone on to write books about how to help people that are. Can you imagine? We talk about, oh, my back, I've been sitting for so long, and what about somebody who sits their entire life?
Yeah.
And so she's got some instructional videos and books and things of how to assist people that are going through something like that. Mm-hmm. She's a pleasure to work with.
Yeah,
she's arranged a great night tomorrow evening at the Lido. The doors at 6, the event and such will start at 7. She's got prizes and games, and I think she's knocked on every door in Fort St. John and collected all sorts of good things. And again, the community gathers around to celebrate our own, and I think she's captured it really well. Mm-hmm. And of course, I think she might even be coming on tomorrow.
She is. She'll be here tomorrow at 8:40. Perhaps Bo Hedges will be joining us as well. We're still
that would be
working
awesome.
on that.
Yeah.
But at the very least, Christine will be here to talk more about the event. Brian, is it cost, by the way? Do you need tickets?
No, it's absolutely free. She wants everybody and anybody to show up. It's a great family-oriented event. Lots of little snacks, lots of giveaways, lots of coffees and teas and all sorts of things that'll be available for the public. And again, I'd encourage everyone to come out and take a look at the documentary. And she'd also like it to. I think she's doing something like where you judge it. And she's actually having costumes where people can come dressed up, and I think it's a little bit of a cowboy theme. Mm-hmm. So she's put a little extra effort into it to make it fun and fantastic, and it'll be interesting. I'll tune in tomorrow morning to find out what I said wrong and what I said right, because she knows what she's doing, and that's important.
Yeah. Do you? I know ticket. You said free, but do you need to register kind of ahead of time? Is that
no, you can just show up at the door, and
Gotcha.
I mean, if there's a larger group and you'd like to put aside a booth of 6, 8, 10 people, that kind of thing, or families coming out, we'd appreciate if you were to call first, because then we can accommodate the larger groups, but. There's not a bad seat in the house. Everybody gets to view it. We're going widescreen, a big screen for this. It'll be an awesome opportunity, and you'll be able to meet Bo. You'll be able to meet Christine. It should be a lot of fun. And again, it's very community oriented, so we'd encourage everyone to show up and let's raise a glass to Mr. Hedges, who's had a great career. My understanding is that he's no longer on the basketball team, and he may be moving back home. Not sure.
Oh, okay. Interesting. Well, there you go.
I don't know. Maybe the people I hear from aren't telling the truth. I'm not sure. But we're going to find out from Christine and Bo tomorrow, right?
Absolutely.
Big event coming up. When people, couples, they discuss things. And perhaps they have things that they discuss that are of a different opinion. Mm-hmm. And then they have different ways of looking at things. Could it be male and female, or, So we have couples therapy on Saturday night. It's going to be a lot of fun. I would say that we're going to have a lot of listen up, Harold. Do you see what he said, Annie? This whole thing, because there are many times we look back and think, I hear but I don't listen, or I listen I don't hear, or yes dear, and that womp womp kind of you, and it's just fun to listen to somebody else talk about all of those things, and a lot of it can be comical, a lot of it can be serious. But these folks, Emo and Alicia, they're taking it from their relationship as a couple, but they're also both stand-up comedians.
Okay, so they're a couple doing a show about couples. Oh boy.
Yeah.
That's bold.
And he's just returned. He was over in Australia for a couple of I think it was a little over a week, but he was doing a tour in Australia, and so he's come back. They'll be here on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon. We are also going to if you'd like tickets, again, more of the larger groups. We've got some big groups coming. So it seems to me that we have people who are bringing their staff, that kind of a grouping, or we've got birthday parties, anniversary celebrations, that kind of stuff. So we would encourage people to get their tickets in advance, but there's always tickets at the door.
Yeah.
I mean, we can always accommodate that. But super funny. He was actually awarded given the golden buzzer in Australia's Got Talent.
Wow, good for him.
And that's a big thing, a big feat, because there's a lot of wonderful entertainers out there, and Emo, I can't wait. We've never had either of those entertainers or comedians at the Lido before, so encourage you to get tickets. We're getting a ton of phone calls about the Luna, and everything seems to be private rentals for it. We just did a 50-person wedding. We've got another 25 coming up. Somebody's going to come and view it this afternoon that's looking at maybe doing in the first week of September. So it hasn't been available a lot for the general public. And we get lots of calls. When's it open? Can we just come up and have a drink and enjoy the sun? Because it was so nice last week. So we are going to Saturday night. Ready for this? My wife's going to kill me. I know it. More couple therapy needed, but
right.
No, we're going to open up at 5:30 on the night, Saturday evening. If somebody wants to come up, have some cocktails before, enjoy the sun, maybe even meet these two before the show.
Oh,
that's
very
a possibility.
cool.
Maybe, just lots of stuff that's coming up. We're going to do that. The summer never is super busy for us. Everybody wants to be outdoors, and we don't try not to struggle with it and force the round peg in the square hole. But we find that that's easy for us. It's a nice time to clean and reset, and we put awnings. There's awnings over top of half of the Luna now. We found it extremely hot up there, so and very snowy in the wintertime. so we have some awnings up there, which will help with the rentals and comfort of the guests that are up there.
Yeah.
September is really September is really a busy time too. We've got Sterling Scott, another recipient of the Canada's Got Talent, and he got the Golden Buzzer as well. So he got to the final 10, I believe. And so he's coming to the Lido, headlining the Peace Country Comedy Fest, which in years gone by, it had typically been DGS Astro Paving, which changed to Terrace Construction. But they're kind of moving in a bit of a different direction. So Josh at Optimal Trucking loves the comedy and loves the Lido and loves his customers and clients. So he says, I'd love to jump on the opportunity of being the title sponsor for Peace Country Comedy Fest. I think this is year 15 of it. So big thanks to Josh and Optimal Trucking. And if you see one go by, give him a honk, because he's helping bring the comedy to the Peace Country, and a laughter in a community is so very, very important. And we've got lots of comedy every month coming through the Lido. What else we got? Tom Cole's performing. We've got a burlesque drag show coming up. Tyler Holte. Yeah, I know. The stuff that happens, we take the months of July and August to build fall and winter. Mm-hmm. And, it's interesting just watching the curve of how the Lido gets busy and slow and busy and slow. The Christmas parties they're coming up, we're already getting bookings for that, and we're almost booked right up. So,
holy cow.
I know, it's just, we're just getting into the 30 temperatures.
Yeah,
right. And now all of a sudden I'm thinking of white stuff flying down, but we only have so many weekends. We only have so many possibilities of putting people in, but we're going to have live comedy at every show, live music at every show, or every Christmas party. Plus lots of fun games and that, super tasty food. It's a one call. You say, yeah, we want to go there, and that's all you really need to do. Well, that and pay the bill at the end, but those two little important
thing to do. All right. Well, lots to chew on as usual, Brian. thelido.ca for tickets, or give Brian a call, 785-3011.
Look at you. I had to remind Emma last week. She didn't know any of that stuff. The wise one was not here.
She's learning.
She's great. Yeah, she'll do just fine.
Brian, thank you as usual for being here, sir.
We will see you next Wednesday. Thanks, Dub.
The best protection against measles is